Hi, I'm Becky. I'm from Your Horse magazine. I'm here at Your Horse Live 2015 with Kelly Marks. Kelly is the founder of Intelligent Horsemanship. Kelly, can you give a brief explanation of what it is exactly that you do for our viewers there?
Okay, we're looking for really fair ways to treat horses and sort of simple ways to get messages across that the everyday horse person can do better with their horse, but that doesn't preclude top competition riders as well being able to get value from the things that we do. Because, for instance, my demonstrations at Your Horse Live this weekend we put up a course, all sorts of things from the scariest black tarpaulin to fly fringes for horses to go under, a seesaw bridge, gates and all sorts. Actually the horses had to go over crushed milk bottle cartons as well. And I had my older horse as a lead horse, and then we took a horse each day from Horse World, which is one of the leading horse charities in Bristol, and one of those had barely been ridden. He'd only had about 3 weeks training mounted, and first of all we led him through all those obstacles, and then we rode him through those obstacles, and just showing how you can take a nice normal young horse that's seen nothing, he hadn't been off the place, and get him really confident. And when you think there's dressage horses that go out and spook at the barriers and things like that, and then this little horse has gone under fly fringes and over bridges and done over milk bottles, it's a fantastic training. So it's just one of the ways that we help horses improve and be safer and more fun for their owners, I guess. That's one aspect. And we get brought a lot of so-called problem horses as well, when things have gone wrong in the relationship with people and their horses. And I have a network of people that have done my courses, and they're really good, and I totally rely on them, and I can recommend them in different parts of the country. So if you say to me, I've got a horse that doesn't load in Peterborough, but my friend's got a horse that is nappy in Wales, I can say, I know the right people to help you, because often you need hands-on help.
Yeah. So I know that you do offer courses. What types of riders and people do you get who ask you to do those courses? And as you say, it's all around the country, isn't it?
The courses are mostly based in Witney in West Oxfordshire, in actual fact. That's where we've got our own base, because we've got a lot of horses there that people can bring their own horses, but they don't need to because we've got horses there already. So we have had from over 3,000 students. I know we've had 2 people that have never touched a horse in their life before, which was pretty impressive. I think one of those was a dancer. I think another one was an actor. It was quite interesting, and they were doing it for their careers as well. But what's good about the courses is it doesn't matter your level of experience, because we have the lectures together, and then the work with the horses is individual. So you can be as good as you like. We've had a professional jockey, Richard Quinn, who was a top jockey in his time. We've had another top jockey from South Africa. But we've had people that are up in the show jumping dressage world, so we've had people that are really experienced, but maybe not at exactly what we do, the sort of horsemanship angles. And then we have people that are really quite novice, and I've met someone today and they're saying, I'm frightened of coming on my own. And I'm like, you're going to make friends. As soon as you come, there's going to be 11 other people there, and everybody's in it together, and they bond very quickly. So it's a lovely time away. It is. They all go out to the pub in the evening. We allow that.
Sounds like fun.
It's good. No, I think everybody gets on. We have nice people. I think everybody comes with the same, because they love horses. So it's not egos and it's not all that business. It's you get nice people, and they just want to have a lovely time. And they say, do you know what's one of the best things? We can go out in the evening and just talk about horses. You don't have to think, I must be polite and talk about something else. It's just horses. Pure. So that's part of the fun of it as well, I think, for people. And you don't have to be a rider at all. We have an optional riding section, but for the main foundation course we have, it's about understanding the horses on the ground and a lot about the horse psychology.
I was going to say, with the educational part, is it mainly about educating the riders as well as the horse?
It's much more about the people than the horses. That's where we've all got to start with ourselves. And sometimes people say, I don't know whether to bring my horse or not. And they're very welcome to bring their own horse. But I say, if you're going to get too distracted by having your own horse there, sometimes it's better to work with one of our horses and make it your time and totally, concentrate on yourself. It works better for people. But whatever they want to do, yeah.
Okay. And in the next year, have you got any exciting plans in the pipeline or anything that you're aiming to do?
Do you know, I think Your Horse Live has made me want to do something more with Pi, because I don't know, when Pi was about 18, I thought, oh, he's old now and he's not going to want to go out so much and do so much. So now he's 20 and he's loved this. He's just loved it. And I've loved it as well. And I realised that I've backed off on any sort of training with him. We just sort of hack a bit and, it's like we retire. And I thought, no, there's life in the old boy yet, definitely, to get going. He'll always be our pony of the lifetime. He weighs 15 hands. So I'd love to do more with him. I'm with Monty Monty's coming over. Monty's 80, talking about old boys. Monty's 80 now, and he's coming over in March. I'm going to do 3 demonstrations with him. But maybe Rosie Jones, who I work with in the demo, who rode one of the horses, and I just look at doing a couple of demos somewhere, just for the fun. I just love meeting the people and getting the different ideas and seeing what people want. It's lovely.
Yeah, with the demos here, I know that you get to meet a lot of people face to face.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular theme in the demos, or do you get the horses and then kind of see what happens in a way?
Traditionally, if that's the right word, we've taken different problem horses and we've sort of developed specialities. I've got a really good system now. If horses don't like being clipped, I've got a really good system. I ought to send it to the Your Horse website, of getting horses used to the clippers, and it's just working incredibly consistently. Then we load horses onto horse boxes is one of those things that we naturally do. Start young horses, but it would be nice to maybe spend more time and develop in other areas. When we're showing things, develop in other areas as well. And we've actually shown something different this time at Your Horse Live, because we were like, oh, where are we going to get the horses from? And it just seemed lovely to help Horse World as well, because they're trying to rehome those horses. So it's like, this is a real win-win, and I'm a patron of Horse World, so it was really nice to try and help them in that way too. And
the demos went well?
They went really well. They went. I shouldn't sound surprised, but we were planning the demonstrations, and we said, well, we don't know these horses at all. One of them was found looking like it was dead. I've got pictures in a ditch when it was 6 months old. It was just dreadful. And now it's a nice 4-year-old, coming 5, but a little bit weak. So we don't know these horses. We're going to put all these obstacles out, but we'll probably just work on one obstacle, because it might be too much otherwise. And both the horses did every single obstacle. So it's very interesting to me, because I feel like I'm learning all the time as well. And I think, gosh, if we had a bigger arena, would we put even more obstacles in? Because is it like a horse kind of gets brave and he thinks, I've done the fly fringe, bring it on, I can do anything now. It felt like that in a way. And it's like that. I mean, one of the things we're talking about is teaching a horse to be brave. It feels like that, that they're getting more confident. And of course, we don't hit or shout or get excited, and if something's a bit difficult, we just go back a step and we make it easier for them. And that's the way to create a brave horse. I feel,
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Kelly, for being here this year, and we wish you all the best for next year, all your horse breeders.
Thank you very much for having me here, because it's been wonderful. And
you're very popular.
It's amazing, their organisation. It's just incredible. I don't know how they do so well. Thank you very much. Thank you, lovely.
Thanks.